YouTube cannot censor you. Censorship pertains to government action. There is a difference between political and economic force. Political force is done at the end of a gun. Economic force is done by voluntary means. YouTube is a private company. If YouTube doesn't want to monetize you, then that's their business. Just like a baker who might not want to bake cakes for gays, it is his constitutional right to refuse service to anyone he wishes. It is when the government steps in and forces someone to act against their rights, against their will, that we have censorship. The only way that YouTube can censor you is by getting the government involved. The only people that are trying to get the government involved are the people that don't want to be censored. Hint, if you don't want to be censored, don't get the government involved. The idea that YouTube is some sort of platform or publisher is a package dealing. YouTube is available to the public. That does not mean that it is in the public. It is a private company. All storefronts are within the public's reach. That does not mean that everyone is allowed into the store. Just because YouTube has a publish button does not mean that when you publish it and they choose that it's not the best for their website, that they are some sort of editor of a publishing company. No, YouTube is a video sharing website. YouTube, when it first started, was actually a dating website. For 5 days, it was a dating website. When they realized that people weren't uploading videos, they started uploading videos of 747s in the hopes that people would just start uploading anything. And it worked. Cat videos soon followed. YouTube has gone from a dating website that lasted 5 days to a controversial topic of whether or not they can choose to code their website in a certain way as to please the public. There is a tribal collective group of people demanding that YouTube not be able to censor. And so what they want is to get the government involved. When you get the government involved, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to have to put regulations down. And those regulations, if then YouTube censors under government control, that's real censorship. It's like Neopets or Club Penguin. Not being able to swear on a public website does not mean that they are taking away your free speech. You do not have the right to say anything you want in someone else's private property. You are in the website. By being on the website, you are agreeing to its terms and services. You are agreeing to its house rules. YouTube is not obligated to uphold the Constitution. That is not its job. Its job is to make money for Google. It does so by letting everyone use it for free. A bunch of people that use the service for free, demanding that they get paid for making videos on it, regardless of whether or not YouTube agrees with them or not. You are demanding service from YouTube. You are demanding slavery from YouTube. YouTube is not a censor. YouTube cannot censor. YouTube has no government power. To remove you from someone's private business, to remove you from a private website, is not to censor. You can start your own website. That YouTube does nothing to stop you from making your own website. All YouTube has to do is be the best video sharing platform that people want to use. That's it. If they do that, they're doing their job. They are in no way obligated to give you a platform. You are not that special. The funny thing is, this comes from conservatives that are complaining that the left is in control. Now, think about the fact that, it just drives me nuts. So the conservatives are the economically friendly ones. They're the ones that believe in capitalism, as they call it. What they really believe in is balancing the money that the Democrats or liberals stole from you. The left takes the money, the right balances it. They don't give it back. Hi, cat. Conservatives are supposedly for economic freedom. They are the ones that want capitalism. They are the ones that believe the business guys are the ones doing the right job. The left believes the government needs to be in control. In steps YouTube. YouTube is just a website that at first was a dating website and then was just a video sharing platform. It doesn't matter what their ideology is or who they are the owners. They can pick and choose. The funny thing about YouTube censorship is it's actually trying to make itself profitable. In order to make money for Google, in order to not fail as a company, it needs to make money. You, the user, do not pay for YouTube. If you actually supported capitalism, you would advocate to change YouTube to a paid service. Now there's YouTube Premium and there's memberships and this and that, but if YouTube was paid, if you paid for YouTube, then you might have something to say when they block your videos and prevent you from being able to use the services that you paid for. But as it stands, you are getting free service. So how does YouTube make money by giving it to you for free? Well, you are not the customer. The customer is ads. You are not the main focus of YouTube's money-making strategy. Advertising is. And if every single person had an opportunity to advertise, YouTube has zero control on who gets advertising. There's too many people. YouTube cannot handle all that. As the focus is not on you, but on the advertisers, YouTube has to make sure that the website is formatted in such a way that advertisers, the people paying to allow you to publish whatever you want, the advertisers are the one responsible. This is the funny thing about the censorship, is that YouTube kind of censors across the board. It censors in order to make sure that the advertisers, the people that its website is focused on, the people who make it money, it's focused on making the advertisers happy. So it is censoring the right, the left, and everything in between, because it doesn't matter what your political ideology is. They're trying to format it in a way that they can have some control, so they can turn to the advertisers and say, look, your content most likely will not end up on ISIS videos because we have set the criteria in such a way now that not everyone can just make money off of us. YouTube did the more ethical thing. YouTube did the ethical thing as, although people do not like it, although a bunch of people have dedicated their lives, I put all my life into making YouTube videos. Without YouTube, I'm going to be homeless. Well, why did you put all of your fucking choices into a YouTube career? It's a website. Have you ever been... Do you know the history of the internet, of websites? If your entire job depended on being a salesman or a influencer on MySpace, well, guess what? That's not a smart decision. Putting all your eggs in one basket on a website, on a server that can be wiped out with magnets is not a good idea. At least have backups. Make your own website. You can have YouTube as the thing that advertises for you. YouTube is made for advertisers. Make your own website and then post the clean content on YouTube as advertisements. You want to see the dirty, raunchy stuff? You got to go over to my website. If you want to use YouTube efficiently and in a way that you're not going to lose all of your stuff, then use it the way YouTube wants you. Or use it the way YouTube prefers, through advertising. Be the advertiser. I think the funniest part about this is if you think about it, you got the right. They are for economic freedom and less government. Then there's the left. They are not so much for economic freedom, and they want more government. YouTube is owned by people on the left. So there is a right-wing principle being, or a right-wing idea owning a company being owned by people on the left. Then there's people on the right acting as a collective, demanding that the government, a left idea, gets involved in a business idea so that the right can have its rights. It's just so fucking twisted. That's a better way to put this. The right believes that companies are good, government bad. The left believes government good, companies bad. YouTube is owned by people that believe that government is good and that business is bad. But they're acting like right-wingers because all they care about is making money, as they should, as company owners. The people on the right are acting like a collective that are demanding that the people on the left give them things they did not earn. Think about that. There is a bunch of conservatives on YouTube right now crying to the skies that the left is not giving in to their demands. YouTube is censoring me, they say, disregarding the fact that censorship requires government force. The conservatives are demanding government involvement in private business. For what purpose? So they can have a share of the cake. They want a piece of the pie. What pie? I thought you were for economic freedom. I thought you made your own pie. I thought that the way economics work was you get the government out of it. Well, the right says, oh, get the government out of it. Get the government out of it. A gay couple goes to a baker and they say, Baker, bake me a gay cake for our gay wedding. And the baker says, I don't want to. And the right says, damn right. You can do whatever you want. If you're a private company, you don't have to bake cakes for anyone you want. You can refuse service from anyone. And then YouTube turns around and says, oh, is that the case? Well, then we don't like right content. We don't like people that are saying that gay guys cannot get cakes at bakers. So we're going to censor anyone that says that you cannot do that. We're going to censor anyone that's in support of bakers being able to turn down service. The right then turns around and says, you can't refuse us service. But they're a private company. How can you turn around and say that, well, it's obvious why they say it. Conservatives are more focused on whether or not the left is acting or not. Conservatives do not have an ideology. Conservatives are anti-liberal. Liberals have an ideology. It is a broken, disgusting, evil ideology. The conservatives just counter that. That doesn't make their ideas good. They, in fact, are just slow left. They're like slow leftists. They're always behind the curve, just a little bit. If you do not like that YouTube censors, then make your own website. Then when someone comes on your website and they tell you things that you don't agree with and they keep bothering you and you think, it's my website, I can do what I want, and you block them, are you censoring? No. When a children's website like Neopets or Club Penguin censors swear words, are they censoring? No. When YouTube blocks nudity, when YouTube blocks violence, are they being censors? No. There's a terms of service. Read it. The terms of services are the house rules. That is all that matters when you go to a website. The big thing that people like to bring up is platform or publisher. YouTube is neither a platform nor a publisher. Now, if you look up the definition of both of these things, you're going to find similar words, like the word public and publish. Oh my god, YouTube is accessible to the public. Oh my god, when I make a video, I push publish on my YouTube video. Does this mean that YouTube is a publisher? No. Does this mean that YouTube exists in the public? No. It is a private website. Just because the public has access to private buildings does not make the building public. Public means government owned. If the government has a platform, and that not stating that they have a position, but they have set up a government platform for people to go and speak on. They have to draw the line at calls to violence, and that's it. All the government can do is interfere in acts of violence. YouTube is not a public platform. They did not build a website for free speech. They built a website for dating. That did not pan out, and so they decided, let anyone post any video. Was their idea, we are going to uphold the constitutional free speech amendment? No. They wanted to make a place where you could upload videos and share it with your friends and family. That's it. If you don't like the fact that YouTube can tell you to fuck off, make your own website. Make it as free as you want. Make it so that anyone can publish anything at all, and then try and make money off of it. You are either going to A, have to have a free service that anyone can publish anything they want, and what you're going to get is a free porn site full of viruses, or you're going to make it cost money, and still anyone can publish anything they want, in which case it'll probably become a paid porn platform. Or you could do it for free or for paid, but you choose the content to ensure that the entire website doesn't turn into propaganda or porn. That's the thing about a private company. They have to make a choice. They want to make money? Well, then you make a website that has the ability to post anything at any time, and if it gets enough likes, it'll go on trending. Maybe you call it something else because trending might be too close to YouTube for you. And so you have some sort of popular video section. Anyone can post anything they want. What do you think is going to be the top results? Porn. Maybe some terrorism. Or you take your website that anyone can post anything to, so it's mostly made up of porn, and you turn to a bunch of advertisers. Advertisers are going to come at you in two different ways. They're going to want specific users, in which case you're going to have to start doing little algorithms, which YouTube does and everyone complains about, and you're not like YouTube, so you're not going to do that. No algorithms like that. No sorting by what people watch. It's that way, popularity videos and recommended, they're all fresh and you're not putting anyone in a box. Okay, so then you're advertising to a broad audience. Well, advertisers that are looking for a broad audience want to advertise to just about everyone. Are you going to want to put your ads on a website for just about everyone on a website that's going to be mostly filled with porn? Because the users get to choose what goes on it. And good luck filtering out the porn without some sort of censorship. It's not happening. YouTube is not censoring you. Only a government can censor you.